Today's show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. We talking about the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. Safe, secure, reliable, and one of my personal favorites, baby, because everything that they offer. We talking about same-game parlays. We talking about prop bets. We talking about a lot of things to give you some options of how you want to, potentially make some more moolah. But on top of that, one of the cool things about DraftKings and what we are offering over here is the promo code. And as you can see with the promo code Moats, for my new customers, when you make that initial bet of $5, when you use that promo code Moats, you will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. It is that simple. Super cool. And one of the things that I definitely like about them, but at the same time, you might develop a gambling problem. You might need some assistance. Well, if you live in New York, you see the number that you can text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I see who I need to see. So we're going to go ahead and adjust this thing one time for the culture. Whoa, well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. Y'all see who she is. Y'all know what time it is as well. So let's talk about it because we are joined by the one and only TaNeisha, Miss PhD. Shout out to Really Flawed Football joining us. And we appreciate you, sending that email. I was going to
PhD was PhDing today, okay?
I saw that. Look, we was over here, like everybody was hyped. We like, yo, she always early, man. And look, if we got up by time to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, I guess we can. But hey, guys, she's usually early. So me, I'm over here like she's always early. I'm like, okay, all right, it's 5:10, all right, it's 5:20, all right.
I'm like, I don't know if he's going to, like, I hope he gets this. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I am not kidding you. Okay. I've been wanting to talk football because, so Colorado was off this weekend and then the Steelers played Thursday. So all I had was Texas. They are massively pissing me off. And I'm like, I need another team. Like, I need something else that I could talk about. I had nothing. I'm like, this is brutal.
Yep.
This is so bad. So now this week I have the Steelers and I have Texas and I have Colorado and it's all back. But for a couple of days I was like, so what do you do now? What do you do?
I'm actually glad to hear you say that because I also felt like that, but it was like I had like secondary things to kind of like fill me, right? So I was talking about Friday night. I had a chance to call a high school game, but it was James Harrison, Lawrence Timmons' sons versus Chris Hoke's son. It's like, bro, this is a blast. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I'm getting my fix.
Still in it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then Sunday hit and I'm like, I was looking for my bills. I was like, yo, no Steelers. Let me go to the alumni. I'm like, they was on. I'm like, yo, I just got time. So we turned it into like a scary movie day. We was watching a whole bunch of scary movies. It was a vibe, but that was it. And I've been waiting for this. Okay. I've been like, yo, don't talk anything football related. Don't talk Packers. Don't talk about this game. I'm like, yo, can we get back? After we decided to not go yesterday, I was like, we should have went. Oh, it's way too long. It was way too long. It was way too long.
And then so I watched the Steelers play, right? And I was like, I don't know what the hell that was just terrible, right? And I'm like, well, the good thing is I have Texas. Like, it can't be that bad. Texas wins the game, but it was really that bad. But it was the opposite. It was like the Steelers couldn't play defense to save their lives. Texas is playing the most beautiful defense I've seen in my entire life, and our offense can't do anything. And I'm just like, what did I do, God? Like, what did I do? Like, why is this happening?
Isn't it funny how sports though, they will make you file your higher call. You like, hey bro,
yes,
I don't know who I believe in today, but what's going on?
What did I do?
Is it me? Was it my shirt? Yeah. Did I sleep the wrong way?
No.
Do I not have my lucky key? Like, what did I miss? Yeah.
That's what I'm like, what did I do wrong? Like, I am sorry. I take it all back. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So yeah, I'm just
Mm-mm.
excited to be here. And by the way, hi chat. Thank you all
Let's
for being
go.
so welcoming. I appreciate every single one of you.
They dropping them emojis
And
too. I see y'all over
yeah,
there showing her love. Y'all better show her the love in here.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love seeing all of you, and yeah, I have missed you. So I'm like, this is like what I do. I'm like, I come and talk about the Steelers, and I hang out, and we
Oh
laugh, and
man,
we joke,
yeah.
and I'm like, I haven't had this in almost
Yes.
a week, which is
Yes.
weird. So we're back, and yes, so the Steelers. You know what? Can I just take a minute and say the best thing that you can do for your team is take a step away from your team, because no matter how much it was bothering me, no matter how much other things, I caught myself in certain moments, like when we were just playing, and I was like, "Oh God, I hope Broderick steps up this game. Oh, hope DK can catch." I haven't done that since
Yeah.
like Friday, since like Thursday night, and it's
Mhm.
kind of been a little nice where I can watch other people's teams like not catch the ball and false start, and defense can't get a pass rush. Like it's actually been like nice to be like, well, my team's already done this. So what do you
Yeah,
guys got to offer?
y'all are struggling this weekend. Don't worry, we've already went through this phase.
Yeah.
Oh,
How's that
y'all
feel?
didn't find a way to get out of that. Hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also didn't find a way to get out
I
of it.
loved
It's
it.
okay. It happens.
Yeah. And so it was good to kind of watch, like, and be reminded, right? Because sometimes you're in your own bubble. And when I watch games, if the Steelers play at 12, it takes me a minute to kind of get into the next round because I'm still kind of like,
Mhm.
but what was that though?
Yep.
Not,
Yep.
not this week. And I was busy, and I've had like my life got a little stressful and all these things were happening. But I just thought, but it's easier because I don't have to worry about trying to race home and sit in front of a TV and then after the game be like, y'all kept me up for that. Like
Yeah.
that could have been an
Yep.
email.
Yep. No, seriously, I'm like, yo, don't have me up on a late night weeknight, and then it's a L. I feel like it's personal when you do that. Monday nights, Thursday night, it just feels a little more personal. Like, yo, if you're gonna lose a Sunday 1 o'clock. I got plenty of time to recoup and recover from that one.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, iffy. Don't lose on Sunday night either, because I feel some type of way. It's like, bro, Monday's a work day. You know what Monday morning is. Why you want to treat me like that? So
And it was hard for that too. The other thing too, I caught myself doing, because like I wanted a bye week, fam. I wanted a bye week, family. Okay, I'm telling you about my bye week. Okay.
let's go.
The other thing I noticed when I was on the bye week is when I was on the bye week, I actually believe this stuff I tell myself, by the way. So that is real. I was
She said when I was on the bye week, I was on the bye. I was like, you did go over the bye week. We were all in the bye week. All right, we took a bye week. Yeah, it happens like that. Yeah.
I caught myself going, okay, we had an opportunity and we blew it. Okay. Now that we blew that opportunity to just be like dominant, all the things, like how can we regroup? Like, what are some things I want to see? And that led me to this conversation today. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This
Let me
is the
sit up in the
mature.
chair for
This
this
is
one.
the mature me. Now go with me because there's not much maturity. A little bit. And I thought to myself, I am so focused on all the things that the teams that we're playing are doing, right? Like, how are they with penalties? Do they turn the ball over? Do they? And I want to focus on us. Like, I want us to do what we need to do. You know, like, I feel like I spend so much time being like, okay, because this week I was like, okay, we're going to play the Packers. Let me watch the Packers. And I was like, first of all, I've seen the Packers play a lot of times this year. I've seen them play Cleveland. I watched them play the Cowboys when they couldn't figure out if they wanted to win the game or not. I watched them play Cincinnati. Like, I've watched them play so many times that I feel like I know them. And I started to realize, like, this is about the Steelers. Like, because at some point we have to be better. And at some point we have to get stops. At some point. So it's like a shift in thinking where I'm like, we have to do better. And it's like, because I looked at the stats and I'm looking at all the things for the Packers and I'm like, statistically, they kind of have ugly stuff going all around. Like, they don't win the time of possession. They don't win this. They don't win this, but they win games.
Let's go.
And I think the difference between them and us is their defense has been a little bit better and more consistent in some areas than ours has. So again, it's like, I want us to fix ourselves. Like, guys, like, wake up. So that's kind of where I'm at. Because I was looking at the Packers and I'm like, I'm going to come and I'm going to have my notes and be ready. And then I started to think, like, the Packers are kind of like us, except they have been a little bit more consistent on impacting the other team's offense. They've been able to have more pressures than we have. They've just been able to do a little bit more consistently than we have. I don't think they're better than us. They're just doing it more consistently than us. So then I was like, we just got to execute. That's my mature brain. Because I'm still very pissed off at this defensive line. But as I'm maturing and talking, that's what I'm thinking about. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about this game. Is like, when are we going to take care of ourselves? And when are we going to be more consistent? I don't want to see Seattle. I don't want to see the Bengals. Who are we? Like, honestly, who are we?
First off, y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel and her channel, man. She coming through with the good energy and she talking that talk the right way. Oh, because literally what you just said is how we talk. That is it. When we say it's less about them nameless great faces, that's not something that Coach Tomlin just throws out because it sounds cool. It's nameless great faces because each and every week, if we do what we are supposed to do, we feel like we have the correct pieces here. That's why our scouting department scouts the guys that we bring in from the draft, right? When we determine which free agencies we want to bring in, we feel like we have the best pieces. And if that is truly the case, we don't care what y'all are doing. We say, hey, if we don't turn the football over, we play fundamentally sound defense, we are going to turn you over and we score win in the red zone. We're going to get out of a lot of these stadiums. Mm-hmm. And that has been the case. Now, we know week to week, the consistency is what impacts our overall confidence in it, though, right? When we're like, hey, man, shoot, I know we 4-2. I know on the season, that's a good record. I know we're still number one in our division. On the season, all of this looks good. But the week to week makes us feel like, nah, man, we aren't good right now because we just lost to the Bengals. The Bengals record-wise aren't good. We know what their storyline was coming into the matchup. So that's the back and forth that we kind of live in. Yeah. But as players, though, you focus each and every week on what do we have to do. And when we're talking about just what we saw in that Bengals game to this game right here, I'm excited because for defense, it's like, yo, all of the explosive plays that were had, whether we're talking through the air or on the ground, we can circle one piece and say, this is that. And not even in the sense of, man, this was just like, yo, you're getting whooped here. We're talking little communication or a little alignment piece. And that's the encouraging part. Because as we said, and we broke this down on Friday, and we're like, yo, every team isn't going to have the Jamar Chase, Joe Flacco, short week dynamic when we're talking about how that perfect storm was. But at the same time, it's like, yo, we know other things present themselves. Right. All we got to do is figure out what's the formula to get out of this week. I don't care about who we got 2 weeks from now. We don't have to worry about who we got in December. It's like, no. What's the recipe for this game right here? Yeah. And that's the part where when you said, hey, they look like us in a lot of ways. They do. And a lot of people would say, what about that Packers team? If we say, hey, are the Packers a good team? Yes or no? The majority of people would say, yes, they are, with flying colors. Hey, man, are you still the Packers? It's like, okay.
We're the same.
So, and it's like, well, which metric do you want to go off of? Sacks allowed? Sacks for? We dang near twins, right? You want to go for rushing Josh Jacobs, right? Josh Jacobs is averaging 3.7 yards per carry. Josh Jacobs has about 100 yards more rushing than Jaylen Warren with about 30 more carries than Jaylen Warren. You don't think our rushing attack is the exact same?
Yeah, it's the same. and you know what's actually what's actually funny, right? Because then let's ask the question, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Do you want Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers? I'm just you gotta ask the question.
When you look statistically, TaNeisha, they both, even right now, it's like
it's the same. For me, because and you know this about me, and I think people probably are learning this about me. Is that's what I do, right? So I always trust my eye test. What I think, what I see, what I can't necessarily call what I'm seeing, but I can feel something. I'm like, something in right here. I don't like this. Something I don't know. Somebody tell me what this is. And then I look at the stats, and I'm like, the stats match what my brain is telling me. I've seen them. The Packers team I saw against the Dallas Cowboys, I didn't know who that Packers team was.
Yep.
The Packers team I saw against the Browns that let them back in that game that gave them that 10-point lead, I didn't know who they were. I was like, what is this? And then the Steelers team I saw against the Bengals, I didn't know who that was.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the same. The only, like, when you get into like the nuances or whatever, the only real difference between us and them, penalties, I believe they have more penalties than we do. And I believe we convert on more third downs than they do. But I'm not talking about like, you know, like you always say, right? I'm not talking about like this monumental like difference. It's just like this very
and even to support what you're saying right there, I'll take it a step further. Even fourth down conversions. It's like, okay, we hardly ever go for it. They go for it. I think it was like 5 of 7 or something like that. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy though, right? But then it's like, okay, our other advantage was the turnover battle.
Right.
They don't create turnover. As great as their like they got passion. It's like they have one interception or 2 interceptions they force and 1 fumble recovery that they force. And it's like, that's it. 3 total turnovers on the season. They are 0 in terms of the turnover ratio. Not plus, not minus, just 0. Nope. Flip side, we're +5. We over here, we got 7 forced fumbles, 5 recovery. We got 5 picks. You like, hey, bro, we live in splash or defense, but we've shown that that's something that we have proven each and every week is a consistent thing with our game, or something that we can hang our hat on.
Right.
So that's the part where it's like, okay, well, how does that factor in? What does that? Can we move them enough to make them feel a little bit uncomfortable? Because they, at times, it's like the boring team that plays perfect, but it's like boring, but they have like the right amount of playmakers at the right spots.
That is perfect.
That's what I see with them right now.
That is who they are. I mean, even like, you know, I've come up here many a times and I've been like, oh my God, we didn't win in any statistical categories, but we won the game. That's basically how they just beat the Cardinals.
Oh my God.
Like, they didn't win time of possession game. I think they had like 10 penalties or something crazy. Third down.
Who was the quarterback? Who was the quarterback?
Backup I don't even know who the quarterback. I don't even remember.
Jacoby freaking percent. Are we like, yo, it's Jacoby? Are we like, yo,
I didn't even remember the quarterback.
I'm like, it's percent. It's not even Kyler Murray. It's like, it's percent. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, they were like third down conversion rate terrible. They ran less plays. They were like they did less of everything, and they managed to win that game. And that's why I'm like, this is like us. And that's why in my mind I was like, I could come up here and make it very pretty and be like, and what we need to do is. But no, what we need to do is we need to play to our potential, and we need to stop getting called for dumb penalties. Period. Oh, and stop turning the ball over. Like,
the turnovers are the difference. If we don't turn this ball over, we win those games. When we have lost the turnover margin in these games, we've lost.
And stop
Cincinnati, Seattle, those were the 2. And you think about it, not only did the recipe for a disaster, we say, man, the more bad variables you have to overcome, the harder it is to win at this level.
That is true.
So you lose the turnover battle, right? Seattle, Cincinnati. That was one variable. You allow a 100-yard rusher also in those games, right? Seattle, Cincinnati. Hey, you also are penalized in both of them games, right? Seattle, Cincinnati. You start adding those on top of it's like, yo, and it's a short week. So now we're saying, okay, hey, you're old, they're younger. God dang, what are we doing? All right. Hey,
by the way,
he's very familiar with you guys. Shout out. I was gonna say shout out to you, and I shouted you out on the show too. TG said it. TG for sure was like, hey bro, age, man. And I'm like, are you serious? Something I said, I was like, as soon as I was like, yo, shout out to TaNeisha. I was like, yo, TaNeisha literally said the same thing to me. I've maybe have lied to myself because like I never think of adversity when it's me. So like in all my Thursday night games, I've been sore, but I'm like, yo, F that, we're gonna kill him. It is what it is. TG's like, no, bro.
I was so excited. I was like, as I was watching, because I was watching it. It was a late night. It was one of those nights like we won't even go there. What happened that day? And I remember I was listening, and I was like, and he started to talk about it, and I was like, oh my God, this isn't something that I have made up in my mind. And he was like, shout out to you, TG, if you ever see this.
Facts.
Exactly. Like, exactly. That was my whole thing. And I'm like, I just wanted to act like it wasn't a thing. And it is a thing.
Yeah,
and it's not only,
I would
it's,
agree.
It's a thing.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I've been in denial. Clearly, I've been over here like, oh, if I don't acknowledge it, it's not real. And it's like, all right, God, you might not acknowledge it.
Yeah. But their bodies are acknowledging it. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And that's why it's first. So for me, when I'm like thinking, I'm like, okay, if you're going to tell me all of those different variables and we lose that game, great. What happens when we remove all of those variables?
Mm-hmm.
I should see something better. I should see
Yep.
something that looks better. And we almost gave Cincinnati. We almost gave Seattle that extra burst, and we made Seattle real in the context of like once they saw that they could do it, they knew they could do it, and they're off. Great. We also let Cincinnati know that they might have a good run game. Maybe, I don't know, like because whatever.
Look, they at least feel like they upgraded their quarterback. I'll tell you that. All right. If they don't know anything else, they're like, hey, Jake Browning is not as good as Joe Flacco. Right. If we don't know anything else, we know that.
We know that.
So
yeah. So,
and I do think, all of that matters, though. All of that matters. Mm-hmm. And when we see them again, we'll have a different conversation in terms of how we will approach and attack and even defend against some of that. But it also won't be a short week coming in on a Thursday night and you on the road either. So we know all of those variables will, at least some of them will be removed. And that's our thing, man. As football players, you just want to have less of these things around. If we could just have it mano a mano, one-on-one, we feel great. Yeah. But when you throw in this, the turnover, the penalty, that injury, and it's like, it just becomes a little bit too much stress, too much strain on you.
I agree.
But
the other thing,
we on the same page, though. Definitely on the same page.
Were you when are we not on the same page? Because I was thinking about this.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you.
That's fair.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I watched your conversation with Mark.
Shout out to him, Mark.
And I thought,
all right.
I need to come up here and I need to be more like, well, what do you think about this right now? I need to be like,
yo, you gotta chill.
We need to have some conflict, okay? So I need to figure out some conflict. Wait
a minute.
I'm gonna show up and be like, okay, what happened was we like I need to come up with something. Shout out to you, Mark. Shout out to you, Mark.
Just say, Mark, you'll argue with Mark. You don't argue with me. You don't argue with TG. You don't argue with nobody.
Shout out to you, Mark. Okay.
Then the funny thing is this, though, right? So you say you want the argument. It's been times with me and Mark ago, and then people in the comments be nervous, like, well, dang, man, when you argued last time, man, Deke left, man. So, oh, no, man, be careful. Don't push me. I'll be like, yo. So, like, I promise it don't even be like that, but none of this, man.
It really doesn't. And if we ever do argue, it is a football argument. Like it is not that serious.
It is never that deep in any of this. Like, this is entertainment. This is fun. Like, we could be up here hollering about this game, and it is literally just this game. That is it, man.
That is it. Yeah, but I saw that, and I was like, man, I need to come up with like my bullet points. Where I can be like,
he'll never disagree with me. He'll never have beef with me. Well, it's because you present more of the logic that I agree with, okay? And then because you got the PhD background, you'll try to hit it with like the smooth educational facts, and then that hits me. I'll be like, you know what? I like where you're going. I'm a student of the game. All right,
like it.
That's
what I like it. You know what? Next, I'm gonna be like, these linebackers are terrible, and you are probably bad too. Just to see what you say and respond. Like, these linebackers play like you, and I didn't think you were very good. So what do you think?
I'm gonna find a way to get you going, okay? Be like, yo, but I tell you, even in real life, like, because I know this is the internet, right? But even in real life, I'm like, yo, I don't be tripping on like anything, like, unless it's something like where it's dealing with safety of like my family and I'm like immediate family. I'm like, bro, I'm not tripping. At the end of the day, I'm like, yo, it's cool. You got it, man. It ain't that deep, bro. It ain't. But we all are passionate about the squad.
That is so funny.
But
I was thinking about that too. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm just gonna come up with something like when you were playing, you had a hard time covering running back. So now that we have a running back coming out of the backfield, how does that work for you? Like, I need to think of something. Once I get really in this book, I'm gonna come up with something. Oh, by the way, everyone, look what I got.
What? Oh.
Look what I got. See, I got this book.
Shut up.
I'm gonna be like, on page 7, you said part of athletics is.
Oh, Lord.
Like, do you agree or disagree? Like, no. I'm like watching these shows, and I'm like, oh, you don't agree with him? You don't agree? Huh? Okay, all right. So, anyways, I just need to say that. And for he said, "At my tabs, what is the reaction? Moats reaction of Rogers snapping on Broderick? Hilarious, you guys! Like, just for everyone that needs to know this, because I usually say this, but I need to say it again. I watch every single show that Arthur Moats does. Okay. I watch all of them. I will watch them and I will listen to them. Okay. The only time I don't
she uses these facts against me. Okay. She will use this against me. So y'all don't encourage this. It's not a positive thing. Okay. She's making it sound real positive. I've seen how she does it. Okay.
You gotta research your prey. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. The only time I don't watch the shows is when him and I are going to do a show. So like at this weekend, I won't watch his show on Monday. I won't watch pre-recorded Mark. I won't watch anything until after him and I connect on Tuesday. Then I go back and watch all the shows. So that's why sometimes I have no idea what he's talking about, because I don't want to know, because I need to keep my thoughts fresh. I don't want anybody's thoughts to be my thoughts. And so because we're off though, I could watch them. So that is why I'm like, this is kind of cool. I never get to watch these before I talk to you. So that is how I do it.
And it's actually cool to hear you say that, because I have a similar approach. Like, if I know I'm about to do a show, I don't want to watch or hear anything from anybody that I'm going to be talking with. I'm like, yo, I want my thoughts to be my thoughts. Exactly. And I want to be like pure when I say it, and not even feel like, I know I heard him say this or her say this earlier, and I'm just regurgitating. It's like, I dig that. So shout out to you, man. All right.
Yeah, I like it. But then like after Tuesday, usually I get to go watch them all back. Yeah. So on Wednesday, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how y'all are doing things over there. Okay, I see the vibe. All right, it's cool. I see the G vibe. I see the Mark vibe. I'm watching. All right.
Anyway. She said, yo, I want the disagreement. All right, look, I'm going to find something. It's going to happen. All right. The more shows we do, it'll naturally happen. I'm sure
it's going to be a list. Hey, if you don't have the book, everybody go get the book. All right. Okay. If AWS didn't go down, I was going to have something great I was going to show up with. But AWS started tripping.
Hey, they best had the game tripping, man. Hey. It's like, yo, y'all, okay? We didn't realize y'all was connected to so much. All right. We was tripping. Okay. Y'all can't be doing that.
Oh, my gosh. What a mess. Anyways, I don't even know how I got off on that tangent. All I know is the Packers, okay, we are better than the Packers. Yeah. The Pittsburgh, let me say that again.
Get it off your chest. Come on now.
Steelers are a better football team than the Green Bay Packers.
You better tell it now.
The Pittsburgh Steelers be disciplined. They have to manage the line of scrimmage. They have to not turn the ball over, and they have to stop the run.
There it is.
Basically, they have to play football. Basically.
Talk to them now.
Like that is how we're going to win this game.
Do your job. We ain't asked you to do nothing else.
That's it.
If you tackle. If your job is to catch, just catch it. That's all we saying.
I'm not asking you to, reinvent the wheel. I'm not asking you to, take on 3 blockers if you don't already. I'm asking for TJ Watt to show up. I'm asking for Cam Hayward to show up. I'm asking for the defensive line to get to work. I'm asking for this team to do what they're paid to do. That's it. That's it. That's what I want you to do.
I look, nothing more, nothing less.
That's it.
Now I would ask this though.
If you give me more, I won't complain. Don't give me less.
No. We always want more. More is better, not less. Okay, just throwing that out there. Now, I have a question though. Typically, we like to say, all right, if our players play their best, we got the better team, we win. How do you feel about this matchup though? If we were to go, they play their absolute best with all their players, we play our absolute best with all our players, do we feel like we got the better team?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we have a better team. Again, this always comes down to Rodgers, right? If I pair it out and if I'm parsing it and I'm like, and this, and you have this, and we'll have this, and we take this, and you take this, and I'm just going down the list. Yeah. And I think we're at home. We're in prime time. Can I cuss on here? And we just got our asses handed to us.
There it is. Hey, get it off your chest.
So if that doesn't fire you up, it's like how you tell people like, I can't teach you how to be competitive. I can't teach it. Like, I can't teach you work ethic. I can't teach you excitement. I can't teach you to get fired up. I can't motivate you more than you should be able to motivate yourself. That shouldn't happen. That's how I feel with this. It's like, you guys have a job to do your job. Full stop. That's it. Like,
that's that. And honestly though, when I tell you, Coach Tomlin is in the meeting room right now, and that's the message. Because for fans, man, at times, right, when remove the logic part, right, and it's just like passion only. It's, oh my God, it's Green Bay. So you're either thinking that they're world beaters and they're going to blow you out, or it's the super hyped up, man, it's the Steelers and we're going to win because we're black and gold. But internally, it really is just what you broke down right there. Yo, do your job. Our matchup, we feel like we got the better quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. I know Jordan Love gets paid more than you, but you think he's better than you? Because we don't. We think that you got better decision making. We think that you've been in more big game moments and handled that way better. We think that you have a better consistency when you throw the football in terms of your touch, right? That has to show every single time. Right. Offensive line. Hey, look, man, they banged up. They got pieces moved around the same way we've been banged up at times. But whoa, we actually feel like we got our group. We feel like we're going through a couple of positive weeks. Why does that have to stop? Oh, whoa, man, they got Michael Parsons, Rashawn Gary. Man, they got some dudes that rush the passer. You haven't faced good pass rushers before. You haven't faced a Jets defensive line that we talked about. You haven't faced the Cleveland Browns defensive line that we talked about. It's like, yo,
see how they look this week, by the way?
You face some killers, man. Y'all face some dudes, and y'all have been over here smiling in the face of adversity while everybody is hollering about fire Pat Meyer, Broderick, you suck, and we can't get it done. Y'all constantly just finding ways to keep Rodgers clean, right? Yep. The only time Rodgers getting hit is when Broderick is hitting him, which is a good problem to have. All right, we'll take more of that, okay? Not too much, but just enough. Yep. So now when you look on defense, it's like, okay, they got a Michael Parsons. TaNeisha, do we all feel like TJ Watt is the baddest player on the planet that plays defense?
Exactly. To watch.
So you mean to tell me we're going to sit here and say, hey, TJ, hopefully Miles isn't, or hopefully Mike doesn't take over the game. You think that's
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, good luck.
We like, bro, it could only be one big dog. It could only be one dude sitting on the top of this thing, man. Who's it going to be? All right. He better be black and gold wearing 90. That's what it better be. You feel me? Like, that's that. Yeah, that's the mindset.
We are alphas. We are not betas. We are alphas.
Yeah,
my dad was like, okay.
Yeah.
Doing too much. I'm like, no, I mean it.
No, like that's the vibe. So that's the conversation. That's the piece, especially when you look at how similar both of these teams are and how similar they've been getting out of stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to be the difference. When we talk about the match, it's like, yo, our stars got to be the boy. If you're a star player, you better shine better than they star players, man.
Period.
If you're Patrick Queen, you got to be the baddest inside linebacker that can cover and get downhill. It can't be Edgerrin Cooper. It can't be. And I like Coop. Shout out to Texas A&M. Now they ain't Texas, but I like him. I just like him. I like his game. All right, I'm sorry. All right, I wanted us to
argue. Oh, sorry.
I was over here like, can he? Because my problem is I'm gonna agree with you because I like Texas over Texas A&M any day, but I'm like, yo, Cooper's nice, bro. He long, he can run, he can cover a little bit, can hit you hard. But he should have played for Texas. That's what it looked like. He would have looked good with next to DeMarvion Overshown. All right, he would have looked good, right? Give him 30 armbands next to DeMarvion's 30 armbands, and they would have been just beautiful together, just run and hit. Those my guys. I like that, man. All right, I need him to stay healthy though. Shout out to DeMarvion. All right, if you know he got the that's his swag. He gonna have all 30 of them. You like, bro, you just gonna get all of them? Like, why are you doing that?
That is what he does. That is what he does.
But to me, that has to be the case, though. It's like, yo, Patrick Queen, you have to be better than Edgerrin Cooper in this matchup.
Yep.
Like, he can't make more plays than you. That's the reality of it. When we talk wide receivers, DK Metcalf is our bread and butter. He's our guy. Their guy is going to be Matthew Golden. We got to be the better receiver. Shout out. I was say, look, I was looking, I'm like, yo, I see all the little connections in here. I was peeping you.
And what's terrible is like it's hard for me because some of these guys helped get my program kind of back on track.
Absolutely.
And for me, I'm like, drop it, hit him, don't hit him too hard. Is he okay?
Yep.
Woo! I'm glad he didn't score. Oh, he scored. Like it's like this whole So
I'm about to say, I can only imagine.
But also Matthew Golden is a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to allow a rookie to go in to Pittsburgh and make you all look like clowns? I'm just curious. Are we going to do
You
that?
see what I'm saying?
Is that
You
who
see
we
what
are?
Hey,
Like,
and
what
look,
are we
and look,
doing?
and you know the flip side. We over here like, well, hey, now defensive secondary. We know last week, short week, y'all were the victims, right? And y'all got crucified and everything. But this isn't Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I just want to let you, and just in case y'all didn't know that, that's not this matchup. So it's okay to actually come out here and get your lick back versus everybody else. Sometimes, like, yo, the bully knocked me out, so I just went over here and beat up this person that was smaller than me next to her. All right, just get your lick on somebody else. You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then build your way back up, because you're gonna see Cincy again.
We'll see
and that's
them
the
again.
beautiful part about it. You'll see them again. But in the meantime, get your confidence back up, man. How do you get it up? Sometimes you need a win. And sometimes it don't matter where it comes from. They're the next ones on the schedule, so it has to be this. But I'm looking at our secondary like, yo, you should feel good. You should be feeling like, yo, we got the better matchup in this. And then the flip side, if you're the Packers secondary, you like, bro, you mean to tell me, DK, you worried about Nixon? Is that's the one that got you concerned?
No.
Which one is it? Because Jair don't play there no more. You feel me?
I'm saying, what are we doing? Like,
their pass rush makes their secondary look good.
Now that is true.
TaNeisha, now when we say that, TaNeisha, who do we usually say that for?
Us.
When we they pass rush make their DBs look way better. Boy.
Isn't it crazy? It's like we are them. We are a better version of them. Let me say this. We are a more mature version than them. Mm-hmm. That is how this game should go. Now, is it going to be perfect? Absolutely not. It's never going to be perfect. I got it. Never going to be perfect. But when it's over, the things that have gone wrong can't be the things that just don't make sense to have gone wrong. Example, defense completely getting no pass rush except for in the first two plays of the game.
And then look, TaNeisha, just enough to make us feel like, oh, we're on to it. We found it. False alarm. We forgot.
Like for 3 quarters, you all literally didn't exist on defense. And then, and you know what? This is also a get back for that defensive line and those linebackers that made that secondary look bad. Because and I know a lot of people like wanted to roast the secondary. And listen, in my early understanding of football, I would have done the same thing. Okay. Because they're the ones getting balls caught on them. That sounds awful, but they're the ones. Okay.
I'm mature. I'm with you, bro. I'm here. I'm focused. We're good. It was just, wow. That caught me on guard a little bit. It's just a little heavy-handed. That's all. It's a little heavy-handed. Yep. We're good.
So because of that.
I don't want to be in that group, okay? Just whatever that position, I don't want to play that position. Just please. Stay away. Yeah. Whoa. Easy. You said it too. Let the record reflect. TaNeisha said that was not me. That was TaNeisha.
The way to work around that.
All right.
The way to work around that.
She's talking about my time. What I be sitting here? Well, I've been talking football talk. I just don't give me. No.
This is. You know what? This is why you don't argue with me, and this is because you never know what I'm gonna say, and then it's gonna go so far south.
You see, we got Hal to say, hey, they got Hal. It's like, yep, start to swell a little bit.
I was really trying to like articulate myself, and I'm like, and then after I said that, I was like, oh, that probably.
Yep.
We don't really want to do that.
And then I look at the chat, and of course, Leah's the first one. Bruh. I'm like, really, Leah? You just going to add to it. Let me feel like I'm just being immature. Nope, Tom J. Dang, bro. I'm like, oh, all right. You heard to say what I heard. Yeah, that just sound bad. I was like, that? Like, wow.
Not quite like I said it, but football. Maybe
I don't personally want that to happen. I don't even want to see. That's bad. Keep it away. Yep. There we go.
So, anyways, if you tune in for the show with me and Moats, you always know there's going to be something that I will say that is going to be completely the wrong thing. So my bad.
So the corners that were getting a lot of footballs caught when they were playing defense. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't their fault. They didn't want it.
Because nobody wants to have footballs caught on them
Right.
rapidly in a short span of time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not the feeling.
Okay.
Yep. There
They're
we go.
hoping that their defensive line can interrupt the plays and make them better. And so I don't even know what the point was at this point, but we want the defensive line to play better. Okay, in closing, in my closing argument, I want the defensive line to play better because that wasn't it. And now I'm hot. Okay, so you got it from here.
So, I do agree though. In terms of the D-line, man, they played better. That makes secondary look way better. We know this.
Okay.
In the games where they have played better, we typically get out of them with the win. When they don't create pressure, though, it looks like Seattle. It looks like Cincinnati, and we know we can't have that happen again. So we on the same page with that. Definitely on the same page with that. Yo, you funny, man. You are funny. So I'm just glad, you know what I mean, to know that, hey, y'all people,
we know what we don't want. Okay, now we at least know what we don't want. Okay,
we know what we do. It's a lot that we're looking forward to. We're just not looking for that. All right,
correct. And we're all on the same page. And we're all on the same page. See, there we go. We brought it all back. We're good.
Now we back. Now we back. So I will say, I got a couple matchups real quick. Let me get these off real quick.
Okay, do a better job than me because obviously. Oh God.
Let me get professional. All right.
Oh my God.
I'm focused. Because see, you said when the towel come out, that means I got a little, you know what I mean? I'm good now. I'm back. All right. So we know this week, man, whenever we're talking about the Packers, specifically on defense, we know it starts with the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, coming off of a 3-piece. Realistically, should have been 4 if you like the hip drop. Shout out to that. But yeah, Michael Parsons, man, he's coming in the season right now. I think it's 4.5 sacks. Him and Rashawn Gary tied, but they both going crazy. And he's the catalyst of it, though. And he likes to rush off of matchups. So sometimes you watch him on tape and you see him just versus a right tackle. Sometimes he's only going against the left. Sometimes he might go against the left guard, right? And we talked about the Cincinnati Bengals, who was going more up against the right guard. They figured it out. They kept with it. It worked for them. Who would have thought? So... Who would have thought this one? Huh? But with that, though, if you're Micah Parsons looking at our offensive line, you're going to want to go against Broderick, right? Because you feel like Troy is still the more consistent of the two. We feel like interior part of our offensive line in terms of pass blocking, they do that well. Broderick is the guy. So for me, Broderick, this is the one where he has to continue to stand up. You obviously had a big test 2 weeks ago versus Myles Garrett. You got the layup when Trey Hendrickson didn't play, and you look good. So now it's back. All right. And this one is a different type of animal. It's not all the way TJ Watt. It's not all the way Myles Garrett. It's a combo.
Yeah.
And he rushes like a madman. And that's a full day's work. We're going to help him out, but there are going to be times where he has to block this dude solo, and you got to win. You got to win. And when you're fair share of him, don't let Rodgers get killed. But it starts there for me, man, because like I said, he's the one that can really wreck our day. He can make us have a bad day. And that's why he's compensated like that also. But then the flip side is this. If I'm going to talk about them having that guy, I'm going to spin the block on their right tackle, Mr. Zach Tom. Hello, fella. Whoa, you thought you was going to chill. Oh, nah, baby. You back. You healthy. You good. It's good to see y'all here, all right? Well, we happen to have a guy by the name of TJ Watt, who at one point this offseason was also the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. We like to fancy that we paid the right guy and they paid the wrong guy because we got the A. They got the B. So with that, we need TJ Watt to make this look like that. TJ Watt has to whoop up on Zach Tom more than Micah Parsons can whoop up on Broderick Jones, with all due respect to Broderick. All right. From there, though, we brought up your Texas Longhorn. Shout out to Matthew Golden. I like what he does, man. That dude can fly. Big speed, man. Big fan of him and how he's been playing this year also. Flip side is this, though. Jalen Ramsey did not have his best game last week. He told you that as soon as the game ended, you go back and watch the tape, and it was like, some was matchup related. Some was also him related, meaning errors, right? Mental errors. Yeah. And that gets you beat also, especially when they happen at the wrong time. This isn't that, though. Matthew Golden, with all due respect to him, isn't Jamar Chase, isn't T. Higgins yet. He could develop into it. We will see. But today, he's not that. Ramsey has to make sure that looks like that also. Ramsey has to play better, and he will play better. He is way better than some of the stuff that showed up on Thursday night, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, man. So to me, I'm interested and anxious to see that one because I know he's ready to get that. Got to get that bad taste out of his mouth. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Got to get it back. From there, though, they like to run the ball. They actually do stay balanced, though, and that's the funny part about them. And they have a good running back. Josh Jacobs is a dope back, but statistically this year, they haven't been dominant in that fashion. Now, you know you got to tread lightly when you start talking like that when it's us, because
I was just going to say, shut up. Don't even say that.
Stop me when you've heard this one before.
Stop right now.
Kind of all right running the football. It's more of a commitment than like actually good at it. But we will see. We will see. So all I'm gonna say is, Patrick Queen, just make sure you're tackling Josh Jacobs. You're going to face him plenty of times, run game, pass game, whether they're dropping off to him in the screen game, dropping off to him on check downs, handing it off to him. You got to tackle him because he's way better than Chase Brown. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Chase Brown is not even in the same conversation, same classroom, same vehicle when you're talking Josh Jacobs, from my perspective. So, yeah, do what we're supposed to do. And that also goes back to the D-line talk. That is more on them. Interior D-line gaps. Stay in your gaps. Please stay in your gaps. Because, yes, stay in your gaps. Because, yeah, they, for some reason, decided that they didn't want to stay in their gaps. And that's what brings me to my fifth and final matchup. And, TaNeisha, I typically don't do these ones, but we got to talk about their center, Elgton Jenkins, who I think is a really good player. He's played left tackle. He's played guard for them. Now he's starting at center because of some of the injuries. But Keanu Benton, baby, this matchup, all of that explosive run stuff that we've hollered about when we talk about linebackers and this and that, he has to stay consistent with his gaps. It's the tape. The tape keeps showing that. And he shows where when he does do it right, our defense, our run defense specifically, looks lights out. Absolutely. But he still is trying to find more consistency. And last week, Cincinnati, they hit on his inconsistent times.
Okay.
That's what we have to minimize because in all seriousness, like we said, Chase Brown, he's an NFL level running back. And that's why he was able to rush for over 100 plus yards on us, right? First time for since that they even had that all season. Josh Jacobs is a way more elite version of that. So to give him some of the holes and rushing lanes that we were allowing Chase Brown to have, he'll hit you for 200 is what I'm trying to communicate. When we're looking and we're like, Chase Brown on occasion would make our secondary miss, right? He'll make a safety miss when he got to there. And it's like, yo, Chase Brown one-on-one with 15 yards of field inside. It's like, yo, that's a tough tackle.
Yeah.
Wait till it's Josh Jacobs, though.
Okay.
We're not even talking a 30-yard run. We're talking a touchdown. That's a 60-yarder. That's the difference. And that's why Keanu has to be in his gaps versus Elgin. And Elgin is a good player. He understands that. He understands all the veteran tricks of the trade. But
do you think that's our biggest worry or concern? Or is that one of the...
Defensively, yes. So to me, offensively, the big concern is Broderick holding up against Micah. And defensively is Keanu winning these A-gaps versus Elgin. Because PQ does an excellent job of when he knows is one back, one gap, meaning one running back in the backfield. Everybody on defense now has one gap that they're assigned to for the run. And you can literally line up in it. So that's why you'll see Patrick Queen almost like he's blitzing, running through the A-gap, right? Right next to the center. Or you'll see Deshaun Elliott at times, right? Who's a pass defender. He'll even shoot through the gaps on the backside to make tackles for loss. And you're like, yo, how's D make these type of plays? And it's like, because he just knows the fit. They can't account for this right here.
Okay.
That all works if everybody stays in their gap. Now, when one person goes out of their gap, you got what we call, and this is in the football sense, two guys in one hole. It's never a good scenario. Okay. That's why I prefaced it with the football portion because I already knew how it would sound. Okay. But that is literally what we say. We're like, yo, two guys. Well, this is never a good scenario. So
I would agree, by the way. I would agree.
Jesus. All right. So this is why you got to be fundamentally gaps out, okay? You catch what we say right there. All right, so that's that. But that's literally what we had happen one too many times. I'm just going to stay professional with this. I'm not even entertaining it. Nope. So that's what happened too many times, though, versus Cincinnati. We had too many of two dudes, one, and yeah. So we need to make sure that we don't do that anymore.
It's just YouTube glitching. Nobody knows what I'm saying anyway. It's fine. It's YouTube.
There we go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just shut up. Yep. Because but when you watch it on tape and it shows, and I was like, I remember why my coaches would say that. And then the more you watch it, you're just like, yep, nothing good ever happens when that's the case. Yep, it's bad all around. So there you go. All right, and that's my lesson for the day. Okay, so there you have it. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Well, cool. I noticed the chat was talking about YouTube glitching. I'm like, oh, nobody will catch this. It's fine.
Yep. Perfect. Don't you start that, Simon. Don't you start that. Leave it alone. We're good, Simon. Everybody was good. It's glitched up, okay? Yep.
It's glitching. Everything is glitching. Everything, okay? So I don't know what y'all are reacting to. I don't understand. The other thing I will say that I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about, but it just hit me, is special teams. Have they done anything on special teams this year? I didn't even look at the kicker.
Significance, but if I remember correctly, Nixon, the corner, he also has some return potential. He usually does. Like I said, he was all pro. I want to say it was his rookie year as a return man. So he has some of that, but Matthew Golden is the guy that is going to get all the punt returns.
Okay.
And we know what that is. That's, big speed, fast. He can run. Yeah. Don't let him get north and south, right? Make him stop his feet. But that's the extent of it. Nixon, though, like I said, in the past, he has been good, at least in the past. So we'll see with that. In terms of their kicker, it's McManus. He was in Denver for a while. Excuse me. But he's listed as questionable right now, so we will see. They actually have another kicker on the roster, so I'm wondering how significant it is. Lucas Haversick.
Okay.
So, so they have they have another guy on the roster. So I'm like, all right. And let's see, when did he last kick? So this dude actually was kicking. He kicked the past two games. He kicked versus Arizona and he kicked versus Cincinnati. So yeah, McManus is still actually injured. So this is the backup kicker right now. But he's been 4-4.
He's been the kicker.
Yeah, he's been 4-4. He hit from 61, and then he's 6 of 6 on extra points, and he's had 18 touchbacks this season.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Shout out to this is second year in the league too. Came out of Arizona. All right. Shout out to Lucas. Okay, Lucas. Shout out to you, Luke. Hey, look, your PhD is rubbing off on me. Okay.
No, you did great. This is great. This. You know what? This is why I love this. You know, like you're just doing a little research. I'm learning a little bit about football. I'm learning how to say words that aren't supposed to be said. Everything is great. It's just
there we go. It's all good.
Going very well. It's going very well.
We're learning a lot today.
We're learning a lot. The other thing is too, before we end, is we all know Rodgers played for the Packers for whatever year. Like we all know.
Right.
I like that he is getting this opportunity off of rest and he's at home and he doesn't have to worry about like going back to play in Green Bay and like kind of dealing with all of that. And so I'm excited for him. And I'm sorry, I like Aaron Rodgers. I liked him when we first got him. And I'm like, everything he brings, I like it. All the energy, all the fire, all the cussing out of people, all the annoyances.
It's a certain energy.
I love it. I just love it. I don't care. Like, even when people are like, oh, Rodgers, I'm like, who's your quarterback? Oh, okay. Yeah. You should be careful. So yeah, like I just want to acknowledge the fact that for him, this game is probably, he's Rodgers. He probably on some level doesn't care. And on some level, he cares a lot. You just never know with the guy. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of like see that for him. In these Transformer, not Transformer uniforms.
Hey, yo, these throwbacks are going to be fire. All right. I can't wait. I'm going to have my eyes on them. I'm going to be there. So I got to lean into it. I want to see it.
Look good together. Like, do you think it'll look better when they're
gold on gold? I want gold on gold helmets. All right. So we're going to have that element of this matchup. Got the lighter optics, right? Gold jersey versus the white jersey. So all of that's going to look clean and bright and different. But I don't know. be surprised. I'm coming into it with positive energy. Make me like it. All right. Make me like it. Hopefully.
Okay. I'll respect that because I'm kind of looking at it sideways. But did I lose him?
Oh no! Oh, I'm back. And then I come. All right, so shout out,
oh,
man.
oh.
Shout out technology. All right.
That's a
Technology
sign. We'll take the sign. We got it.
Right.
Okay.
So last thing I gotta ask. All right, before we get up out of here, Vegas has us as underdogs. They got the Packers favorited by 3 points. Okay, I think they're at least 3 points better than us. Do you agree with that? I'm just because
okay. Do I agree with that? No. Do I agree with that after seeing what we did last game? Absolutely. I think we have earned that. I think that number is Vegas basically saying, I don't know what to do with this team. Like, I think they're good. I don't know. So I'm just going to this is what we're going to do because I don't know what else to do. And so I would have to agree until they show you some consistency.
Yeah.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, honestly, I have a similar approach. It's like, as much as I wanted to be pissed, oh man, y'all got them. We had home. It's Rodgers. It's like, bro, did you just see what our defense looked like on Thursday night versus Flacco versus the Bengals? It's like
so bad.
The Bengals aren't the Packers. We would all agree. We think the Packers are better. Same way we would all agree. We thought we were better than the Bengals until the game happened. And it's like, you lost. So here we are. So that part, I'm like, yeah, I respect that. And even though the Packers had an ugly victory, my theory is like, how is it ugly if you won?
You won.
Yeah. If you lose, that's when
it
gets ugly. When you win,
an ugly victory.
Yeah. All victories look pretty. It's like, we won. I'll let it. Let's go, man. Yeah. We'll critique that later. Yeah. So that's what they kind of ride in on. So I'm like, I get Vegas. I get you.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to have a good weekend and you're feeling good about the situation, all right, we getting some points. All right, we got a little extra points. All right, so you got some action right there.
Got some work to do.
I like it then. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
And somebody is laughing at me that I said they're Transformer uniform. That's what they look like to me. Yeah, I feel like when I see them moving, man. Yeah, I feel like when I see them moving, it's going to look like a Transformer. I don't know why I think that. I could be wrong. I just feel like there's so much going on. It's like me when I move. Don't I look like an animal?
Look, but shout out. You got the leopard print on. I see you rocking the leopard. I see the leopard. Wow.
Don't I look like an animal? So it's like anytime you have a lot of print, it's why I try not to wear a lot of print when I'm recording. Anytime you have a lot of print, it moves. And I think it's going to look like a Transformer. So when you're watching the game, think about me if you think it's a Transformer.
It would be like Transformer. TaNeisha. We see Transformer toss play. That's what I'm looking for. I want the Transformer toss play to start it off. All right. My bad. Look, we got positivity. Okay, we can hit this positivity real quick. Justin Gordon just dropped a super chat. All right, shout out to Justin Gordon. I missed this a little bit earlier. All right, we're gonna give him a little love on the way out. He says, "Can Pat Meyer get this young offensive line to Super Bowl quality?" Now, I should treat this. Oh, ladies first. Absolutely, ladies first.
I think people are very hard on this offensive line. Can we trust your eyes? Trust what your eyes are telling you. When that game starts and you have anxiety and you're like, oh my God, are they going to be able to protect Rodgers? And then you see Rodgers having a very clean jersey. Trust that. Don't dive into the 2 clips that somebody could clip up in the, I'm just saying, I think I don't know. I think this offensive line, now they're going to come out and make me look like a liar. But I think this offensive line, they're not as bad as people want you to think they are. That's my opinion. Yeah. He wants your opinion, but that's my opinion. And yes, I look like a cheetah.
Well, I would say we actually do agree. Before you came on the show, I was actually breaking down just the numbers of how many sacks we've allowed in comparison to some of these other offensive lines. And it's like, Rodgers only been sacked 9 times this year. When we start talking about some of these teams that we think have, dominant offensive lines or, their offense as a whole, it's like we started to read some of those names and it's, some of the who's are on those lists, whereas we're still sitting at single digits right now. Yeah. Heck, even in this matchup. So that's the part where we are improving. And I do think that they are closer to that than further away. The other part is this though, and this will be the last thing before we really get about here. When we won the Super Bowl, this would have been, was that 2005 roster?
Okay.
They O-line wasn't talked about as being nice or even being world beaters, right? Or shooting, it was 05, because that's when Ben was like, hey man, O-line, man, what they gonna say about you guys now, right? And it's like, yeah, they still found a way. Heck, even when they went to the Super Bowl in 2010, I remember us playing against them in Buffalo, and the conversation wasn't that there was some dominant offensive line. It was, can you get Ben down? You're going to beat the guys up front, but can you get them down? So when I think of that, I find a lot more optimism in our group, and I do think that they'll be fine, man. But it's 1 week at a time, and that's what it is, man. We win this week, we'll have a way different perspective on them.
Yep, they got to keep going. And can we just say they didn't lose on Thursday because of that offensive line?
That's it.
So say whatever you want, but they didn't lose because of them. And and they're winning. When they're winning, it's because of them. Because Aaron Rodgers is 40 plus years old and he feels comfortable running around behind those guys. Come on. Anyways,
that's
okay,
simple.
I'm done.
That's simple. So all good. But once again, always appreciate you pulling up on Victory Formation. Like I said, man, we're going to keep this going. And now we don't have any more long weeks. So we will be back talking on Tuesday, okay? And for everybody else, y'all want to see her sooner than that, y'all go to her channel and see it at Really Flow Football, okay? And if not there, she going to drop the reaction video also after the game. So she got action, okay? Y'all go see her, okay? She back. All right?